Scaling your law firm doesn't have to be difficult. It's all about mastering a few key strategies, systems, and mindsets. Welcome to the Scalable Law podcast, where we talk about how you can increase profit in your pocket and time in your calendar. My name is Caralee and I have successfully scaled my firm so that it doesn't solely rely on me. Now I love teaching other law firm owners how to do the same. Let's transform your business starting now. Welcome to another episode of the Scalable Law podcast. I'm so glad that you are here joining me, and I hope that you are having a fantastic week this week in Lawland. So I have just arrived home from a week in Nashville and followed by a week in Mexico. I went to Nashville to attend the Clio conference, as you've probably heard if you follow me on social media or have been tuning in to this podcast. So I thought that I would give you a little bit of a rundown about the Clio conference and what it's all about, what I got out of it, and if I think you should attend it or not, even if you have to travel a really long way, like I did, all the way from Australia to Nashville. Was a whopping 27 hours, I think. It was a long way to get there. And of course, then you've got your jet lag to deal with when you arrive for the following few days. So it's most certainly a journey to get there if you are coming from afar. However, if you are based in Canada or the States, which most of the people there were from Canada or the States, it's really not very far at all and a very easy trip to make. So Clio is going to be on, the conference is going to be on again next year in Nashville in October 2023. So let's talk about the conference and what I did there and if you should be attending this conference or not. So Clio itself is a legal client management system, and they have a lot of other add-ons in there as well. They do all sorts of things in terms of managing clients, marketing, growing your firm, all of that type of thing. And their software is very impressive. I sat down with somebody and had a look at it, and it looks really easy. Now, in the States, this is a huge company. Actually, I should correctly say in Canada and the US, because Clio is actually a Canadian company. Now, it is a huge company with, would you believe, 150,000 customers. So they most certainly know what they are doing in the legal software management space. And it really is worthwhile having a look at their product. Now, it's in the cloud, so you can use Clio from anywhere in the world. However, they do have a lot of, for example, precedents and little things like text messaging where you can only use it in certain countries and maybe not here in Australia if you are tuning in from Australia or New Zealand. But it is definitely worth having a look at if you are wanting to either swap software companies or you are wanting to start up solo and go out on your own. Another great thing about it is that they don't have any lock-in contracts. So our firm is on Leap and we are locked in for another 3 years. If we weren't, I can tell you right now, I would be swapping over to Clio because I was that impressed. But that won't be happening for now, but definitely in the future, I will be looking at that. And not only that, word on the street is that Clio is actually coming down to Australia, that where they are going to have a base down here and they are going to be offering their product here with all the features that we can use down under. So whether you're tuning in from Canada or the States or Australia or the UK or wherever you're listening from, you can use Clio in your law practice if that's what you want. So it's definitely something worth looking at. So I did sit down with a consultant, and the conference is very much about Clio. However, you do not have to be a Clio customer to go. So why would you go to this conference if you weren't a Clio customer? And why did I attend this conference? Well, I attended the conference for Scalable Law to promote helping other law firm owners to scale their business because there were 4,000 law firm owners in one space. So all of my ideal client was gathered together in one space in Nashville, which was absolutely incredible. And I took over with me some clippy koalas and some Tim Tams, and I mixed and mingled with as many law firm owners as I could to talk about how they can start getting more profit in their pocket and more freedom in their calendar with implementing everything I teach in the Scalable Business Lounge. So I had lots of really great discussions, and you know what? It doesn't matter where in the world you are practicing law or what area of practice you are in. Lawyers and law firm owners are exhausted. They are doing too much. They are too stressed, and they are burning out. And they're doing that because as a law firm owner, they are not implementing automations and systems and processes like they should, and they're trying to take on too much. I talked to so many lawyers that were there, and I would ask them how they are, or get into a conversation, and the first thing they'd say is, "Oh, well, I've just been sitting over there in that quiet space trying to just do some work for a couple of hours, and I haven't actually been able to enjoy the conference." And so they were there in body but not there in mind because they're stressing about what's going on back at their office. And I totally get that. I have been there myself as well. And that's exactly what I am there to do at the conference, was to talk to these law firm owners and tell them that there is another way, and it doesn't have to be as stressful as that if you only implement a few strategies to get the business humming along like a well-oiled machine without you needing to be there, and most certainly so that you can escape for a week or a few days or whatever it might be. So, in the time that I was away, I didn't get any emails, and I didn't have to deal with any, putting out any fires or anything like that, because everything is systemized. Clients were automatically coming in. Clients were being onboarded. I didn't have to check in at the office at all. While I was away, someone resigned, but that is fine. It was taken care of by my team because everything is structured and put in place so that it can work without me here. So that was sort of why I was there, and it was definitely worth my while being there. Unfortunately, I didn't really get to go and see any of the activities or workshops or anything like that, because from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m, I was in the exhibit hall, which was actually where also the lunch and breakfast and snacks and wine and all of that stuff was being served. So right next to my stand, there was a pop-up wine bar, and that would pop up at about 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So that was fun. But it was very busy for me down in the exhibiting hall. So I didn't actually get to go and see any of the amazing workshops. Now, this is why it doesn't matter whether or not you're a Clio customer or not, as to why, as a law firm owner, it's really beneficial going to this conference. There are hundreds over 2 days of workshops around running a law firm. So there's nothing there to do with substantive law in any way. So it doesn't matter what practice area you are from. Now, I spoke to so many lawyers from different practice areas, whether it was litigation, criminal defense, whether it was family law, wills and estates, property, you name it. I spoke to so many different law firm owners from different practice areas, and they were all benefiting from the amazing learnings and teachings of what they had going on at the conference, which was so awesome. So they had a couple of really inspiring keynotes, as well as a plethora of masterclass sessions and workshops, which was amazing. So some of the incredible masterclasses and workshops that were there were things like how to generate more business with email. So, all about email marketing, generating more referrals, repeat business, and growing and nurturing existing client relationships, how to optimize your billing process. So streamlining your billing process and workflow management, how to be successful in social media marketing for your law firm, how to communicate for maximum impact in your law firm as a law firm owner. So those were some of the incredible classes that there were. So everything is relevant to you, whether you are a Clio customer or not. It's all related to the business of running a law firm. And of course, there were lots of amazing products there that you could go and see, including my stand, for example, but there were all sorts of things. So one of the tech businesses that I really liked and I'd really like to implement in my firm, they had a technology where it can plug into your software program and it can record all of your phone calls, and then it automatically transcribes your phone calls into your client management software, and then it automatically time records it as well. So you've always got a record of every single phone call as well as it automatically being time recorded. So that would be incredible to have that implemented into your law firm. I'm going to find out more about that with a follow-up meeting with that particular company, and possibly put that into my firm, because I think that is going to be excellent in terms of ensuring you're capturing everything and time recording as well. There were other incredible products, like, for example, there was a tech product for litigation lawyers specifically for creating briefs when you go to a trial, where it would crawl documents and pull out all of the facts automatically so that you don't have to go through all of the documents yourself. It can do it for you with a few keywords. And yeah, that was amazing. I actually got to know that business quite well. It's called Clearbrief, and they did a pitch where they actually won $50,000 from Clio, which is so awesome. So that was really exciting for them. Not only was there so much learning, but there was also a lot of networking. When you're in that kind of environment and you're by yourself particularly, it was really easy to make connections. I connected with so many awesome lawyers. I made friends with a great family lawyer from up in Canada, which we had a lovely time. We went out for the day, we went shopping, we got to know each other, and it was awesome. And so I'm hoping that we can connect again as well. I made friends with another lady who was on the stand next to me, and she was from a law firm in Boston, which was really cool. And she has a migration practice. So it was really interesting mixing and mingling with people. And we got lots of opportunity to do that, not just at the conference, but there were nighttime events, and they were so much fun. So we went to the Grand Ole Opry one night, which was excellent. Clio put on an incredible night for everyone at the conference. This was all included in your ticket, which was great. And the tickets, I believe, are on sale right now for next year, and they're only around $300 or $400 US. So they're very affordable for 2 days. So the event at the Grand Ole Opry was amazing. If you've ever watched Nashville, which I love that show, you will also be dying to go to the Grand Ole Opry. We actually stayed next door in the Gaylord's Hotel, which is the most monstrous hotel I've ever been in my life. But anyway, we had a super fun night. They put on all these like Southern food carts outside the Grand Ole Opry and drinks and things. And then we got to go inside the Grand Ole Opry, where we heard from Jack Newton, who is the CEO and founder of Clio. We also watched a incredible awards ceremony that was really awesome. So the awards that they have at this Clio conference are called the Reisman Awards. And I really loved the sentiment of these awards, because they're called the Reisman Awards because their very first client, the very first person who believed in them and believed in the Clio product that they were creating, what last name was Reisman. So they've called these industry awards the Reisman Awards, which I think is really lovely. Anyway, they had awards for the best growth story, excellence in client service, community champion, legal innovation, the best new law firm, diversity and inclusion, and legal impact. And it was really nice to see everybody celebrating their peers and congratulating these incredible law firm owners for what they are doing in their industry. So that was great. And then followed by these awards was on the Grand Ole Opry stage was an entire country music show, which was amazing. It was so good. I think it went for like 2 hours and it was so much fun. There was lots of singers there. I didn't know any of them, but they were all amazing. I'm, of course, following them all on Instagram now because they were amazing. One of the ladies who got up and sung, oh my God, I was nearly in tears because her song was so beautiful. And yeah, the event was just really, really great. We took drinks into the Grand Ole Opry and you could take food in there if you wanted. And it was just a really great theatre and great environment and really fun to be there. And fun to be there with a whole lot of other law firm owners, the people we've been hanging out with for the last day or so, rather than say just going there for and, buying a ticket and going. So that was like really cool as well. And then the following night, they had a separate party, which was called Clio After Dark. And that was at the end of the event. The Clio After Dark party was a separate ticket sale. So that was another $150. And because I was traveling on my own, I was like, yep, I'm in. So I bought that ticket. I was actually so exhausted from jet lag and from just talking on the floor at this conference for 2 days. I nearly didn't go because I thought I just can't be bothered. But I'm so glad that I did not miss out because it was amazing. We got in these buses. I'm not kidding. There were hundreds of these buses because there were like 4,000 people. There probably wasn't that many that came to the party, but there was a lot. And they had hired an entire, maybe let's call it a nightclub, a 4 or 5 level club right in Broadway in Nashville. And it was so much fun. There was music on each level. There was Southern food on each level. There was tempo bowling and pinball games. And there was a bucking bull, like one of those mechanical bulls. It was just absolutely fun down the end of Broadway. Great views and just such a cool vibe. So that was how we ended the conference. It was really, really awesome. So was it worth traveling all the way to Nashville for this conference? Absolutely, it definitely was. And it is definitely worth going there if you are a law firm owner, you want to expand your knowledge on how to grow your law firm. You want to get tips and tricks and strategies and learn about different tech that you can implement into your law firm to make it much easier to run. There's definitely, you're not going to walk away from the conference at all and think I didn't learn anything. You will go away with many gold nuggets, probably so many that you can't even implement it all when you get back. But definitely for the learning, it is worth it. And for the fun, it is worth it as well. And to go to a conference of that scale is really, really awesome. So the Clio Cloud Conference is back next year in 2023, as I said. It's going to be the 9th and 10th of October. And the tickets are, I think I said a price earlier, but I think it was wrong. The ticket prices are, they're on sale right now, $399 and that's until January the 19th, 2023. And then the price will be going up. So if you are interested in going to the Clio conference, it's definitely something worth thinking about. I then tied another trip into it. Like I said, I was traveling on my own. So I went to Mexico, to Puerto Vallarta for a week, and it was fabulous, amazing. I loved it there. I didn't do any work. I had intentions of doing work, but I didn't do any work. I just chilled out and recovered from this amazing time, because the Clio conference, as you can hear from everything that I got up to just in 2 days, was very intense, from very early in the morning to very late at night, with a lot of talking and learning. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, go and check out their website, clio.com, or actually just put in Google Clio conference and you will find it. It will pop up. So yeah, that's all from me today. I hope that you're having a fabulous week, and I will be tuning in again soon. Thank you for listening to the Scalable Law podcast, brought to you by the Scalable Business Lounge. If you would love to know how you can get more clients without relying on referrals, head over to scalablelaw.com to watch my free masterclass. Until next time, you have got this.